Attention, all college students. This is a public service announcement coming from your girl, Marissa Chin. You're going to want to hear this. Being in college can be challenging for some. With the amount of papers, studying, and classes you have, it can get a little hectic. But let's not stress that right now. Let's talk about the fun. College is a time when many students meet new people, try new things, and make long-lasting memories. This is also the time when many young adults start to grow into themselves by exploring and figuring out their likes and dislikes. This can be done by going to parties, joining clubs on campus, and making friendships. But the exploration I'm going to talk about today is your sexual freedom. But what is that? Sexual freedom is the license to lawfully live with and love whom you want, when you want, and how you want without social, political, medical, and cultural persecution. Oh, okay, but what does that mean? Sexual freedom looks different in everyone. When being on a college campus, you may see or hear of situations you haven't encountered before. So, let's ask a few students how they define their own sexual freedom.
I would define my own sexual freedom. I guess I'm still in the process of defining it. Like, I'm just exploring what I like, what I don't like, and just whatever interests me.
I define my own sexual freedom as being able to walk freely anywhere with whatever type of clothing I want and not being sexually harassed. Sexual freedom to me means that in a workplace, I am not looked at as some type of liability, but as a person who is able to do their job.
You heard it first. Sexual freedom comes in all different forms. It is unique to who you are, and no one can take or define that for you. When living in your true form of sexual freedom, you will have the opportunity to live an honest and true life without the fear of judgment from your peers or possible violence. Pause. Wait, what? What do you mean by violence?
A sexual assault scandal that has rocked Baylor University.
UNC Chapel Hill mishandled sexual misconduct cases.
Texas A&M University is under fire this morning.
Lawyers say the University of Central Florida runs a kangaroo court where your kids' rights are thrown right out the window.
Many sexual assault reports are seen on the college campus. 13% of all students experience rape or sexual assault through physical force or violence. This is among graduate students and undergrad students. Some people view sexual freedom as an invitation to someone's body. This is wrong. Just because someone is expressive on how they act or dress gives no one the right to another person's body. This is how the Me Too movement started. That's why it's important to know that sexual freedom is not an invitation. And no means no. Although the statistics for women in sexual violence is higher, that does not mean men cannot experience sexual violence as well. This is where stereotyping comes in. First, let's hear from another student on how they feel about stereotypes.
My personal take on gender stereotypes are they are unfair. We live in a very judgmental society with many double standards. And for a specific scenario, if a man were to have sexual intercourses with multiple women, it is applauded, it is approved, it is socially acceptable. But if a woman were to do the same thing, they would have diminishing titles.
Stereotyping plays a major role in sexual freedom. Sexual freedom is for everyone, no matter the sex, but through the years, there has seemed to be a double standard in who can express their sexual freedom. This double standard can lead to prejudice and discrimination against others. It is important not to judge others based off of how they act or decide to express themselves, because this just makes you a part of the problem. Being in college, you may see someone who is sexually liberated. That is why it's important to stay educated and understand that everyone has a right to control their bodies.